Okay, here's the big question. Welcome. Hello. How is everybody? It seems that I fixed the lighting just a bit. Good guess. Father of time. Father of time. Got a new cell phone. Had no choice. The apple doesn't fall far from the tree, whatever that means. But my Apple phone, all kinds of problems with it. Seems like my video is lagging. My hands are already been up, and all of a sudden, like, here's my hands. Watch, my hands are coming up. Okay. Um, yeah, the Apple phone is 4 years, 3.5 years old. The battery was very slow. Apparently, there was a defect on the battery on the phone on the Apple 6, and there's a defect, and you can get a battery for $30. We'll give you instead of $70, but yet there's a defect. They shouldn't be charging me anything, but then they did want to charge me. So I wasn't very happy with that, and I had to travel like 35 miles because there's really nobody around here that can do it. Um, so I bought a refurbished phone from the company, Motorola. Anyways, I'm satisfied. I didn't need a $900 phone. I think it's a little crazy. None of my phones seems to last more than 2 years. Then the screen started to go on it, and this is a 3.5, and they just keep changing the phones and changing the phones, and then they change the G system and the LTE, and are things going too fast, and is it costing us too much for no reason at all? Evolution, my friends, evolution. In this video, I'm going to be talking about time and a few other things. I'm not really going to get deeply into this, okay? First, we're going to go on the star system, multiplication and plus. When we go multiplication and plus, multiplication, okay, and plus, when you put them together, and I'm not going to put them together, okay, I need to do the plus and half the multiplication, leaving me with 2/4 and an eighth and an eighth and an eighth and an eighth. And here it's going to leave me with 2/4 and an eighth and an eighth and an eighth and an eighth. And the same thing here, and they're all different. Here I got two equal sides, the 4 area and the 6 area. I get part of the 3 area, part of the 9. The 9 is sharing with 8. The 8 is split between two sides with the 7, right? When you have your phone, right? You have your phone, you know what everything looks like on the phone, right? I like to do it the same way as the phone. I'm just going to bring out the numbers on the phone if I can find where the numbers go to the phone. How do I make a phone call with this telephone? All right, here it is. See that? Or maybe you can't see it, but there's too much light. Can I get it a little closer? Right? So that's the same way I'm going to divide it with this over here. Get that light out of the way. Having so much trouble with the light, eh? White seems to look, nothing's on the page, but just like magic, it appears out of nowhere, out of thin air, right? Out of thin air. What does it mean out of thin air? I was watching this thing on the Kabbalah, Kobe, and what is magic? What is thin air? And this is the last 3 videos that I'm putting this thought inside of it. Magic, and I don't even really want to get out of it, but it's all about, and the words. What does the word mean? If I tell you table, you're going to look and you're going to know table. But if I'm talking in a table of context, you understand, or a table of this or a table of that, there's many kinds of tables. Anyways, what I'm going to get into right now is we're going to talk about how come I can't get this and get that out of the way, and maybe get that out of the way. Do we get a better light? Yeah, okay. So now we split the 2. Half the 2 is with the 3. Half the 3, right, is with the 6. The 6, okay, is with the 8. So we now have the 3, the 2, the 8 holding on to the 6 position, holding on to the 4 position. We get the 1, which is holding on to the 2 that is split up between the 3. So I'm just trying to show you these combinations of realities that come together. I don't really want to go much more than that. And this over here, I moved everything closer together so everything overlaps. So 16 squares become 9. And then I got a 4 section over here. Okay. And the deck of cards, they move this all close together. Whoosh, close together this way. So it's up and down. So they only have 1, 2, 3, 4 areas, right? But there's not 4 areas because there's the space in between. So that would be area in the bottom, space in between the halfway. Then this space here would be 3. This one here is 4. This one here is 5. This one here is 6. This one here is 7. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, and 3 in between. There's 7 in this area over here. They all are part of another area. The N letter is the 14th letter in the star system. 1 times 4, 1 plus 4, right? Add, what do they say? Add, multiply, divide, subtract. Well, whatever that is the way we have to understand to look at these elements, right? 2 different worlds. One is the plus world, and one is the multiple world. One is the plus world with the accent aigu, accent grave. What are these things? If I would put these 2 boxes together, I'll end up with the A letter. This one and this one, I put it together with the A letter. I'm going to have to put these together and see what design I get putting these 4 boxes together or overlapping them as what we see over here. Okay. If we use the 14 and the 23, the W or the N, okay, in which if you want to look at the W and the M, right? They're both in the creation world. What is alpha creation? What is beta creation? 10, which is the J letter, 20, which is the T letter. Okay, 10, 20. The reverse of 10 is 17, would give me the Q. The reverse one of this one would give me the T. QT. Do you follow what I'm saying? The reverse alphabets. The reverse alphabet of this is D. D and W. The reverse alphabet of this is N. When we come to these designs, right, there's certain letters that we cannot and that we could. I can create the E in this world, right? I can't create certain letters with this. Now I'm going all over the place. Now I don't want to talk about that yet. I'm just not going to go. 1 times 4, 1 plus 4, 5 and 4, 9. 2 times 3, 2 plus 3, 5 and 6, 11, 9, 11, N and W, north and west. East is number 5, 2 and 3, 5, 1 and 4, 5. S looks like the 5. Come out of the number 13, created from number 13, this one over here. 1 times 3, 1 plus 3, 3 and 4, 3 times 4, 3 plus 4 equals 219. You know what I don't understand? I met a Hasidic, and I wanted to talk to him about Kabbalah, and he didn't want to get involved. He says, don't listen to that stuff. Don't listen to that. Don't listen to that. But you know what? It totally makes sense. The guy wanted to throw me out, you know, and I should have listened to him a little bit more and tell me why. And he just really didn't want to say anything about it. You know, people don't want to talk about what they don't know. And in this section over here, it's the clock. When you're driving, they say don't drive with your hands 11 and 1. It's hard to control. Therefore, 23 and 13 is also hard to control because on the clock, the 13th hour is 1, the 23rd hour is 11. They say don't put your hands there to drive. No good. But you can drive at these 2 positions if you're in a car. If you're in a truck, you can drive in these positions. The steering wheel is really big. You actually can't reach over to these numeric values here. 1 and 2, 2 and 1 is the same relationship as to 5 and 4, 4 and 5. This is a representation of foxhole in the sun. This one is father, alpha, beta. This one is creation, location. 21 and 15 means location. 9 and 3 tells me it's Saturn. Birth in Saturn, man creation. Why? The E world, because what we can do with this, we can flip this upside down to become a 6. We can flip this in many ways to become M, a W, and an E. Mu inside the cat world. That's right, the cat world. Cat and the dog, X and Y. That's what they represent, the 24th and 26th letters. 24 and 26 reversing the 3 and 1, 1 and 3. And I'm going to get to that because A and I and 13 and 31 will find us on the moon. 8 and 4 is Pluto. It's the same thing as to T, 20, and 1 and 6 is 7. Both these numbers, right, in gematria, the 20th letter and the 7th letter are G and T, and they're the point of the pyramid, and it's telling me about the red sun. It's telling me about the red sun. Here, 7 and 5 tells me about Earth. 19 tells me about A and I, again, the cat and the dog. It tells me about 1 and 9 is 1. 1 and 8. 1 and 8 over here. 1 and 8. Inside that is 2 and 7. Smaller, smaller, smaller. Here is the circle dot and the darts. 1 and 8 would be the largest. 2 and 7 would be smaller, 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 smaller. Butterflies on my nose. So you see what I'm looking at. What is above is below. The 24th hour is above, and a 24-hour clock. That would mean the number 6 would be in the 12th position on the bottom. But if you're running on a regular half clock where it has to go 2 times around, the 6 is on the bottom, the 12 is on the top. Half a day, whole day clock. 360 degrees, 180 degrees twice. So we went through this. We understand these are all about codes. This is all about, I wish I can say it a little bit better. When we put this square in the center over here, we end up with 3, 1, 3, 1, 3, 1, 3, 1. Over here, we end up with 3, 3, 3 areas, 1 in the center, surrounded by 8. Anyways, I don't know, and I don't have a meaning for any of this. I can show you numeric values that go with planets. Sometimes I'm really not sure what direction to take it in. This one over here gives me birth, the DNA, and the sun, and that's Neptune. This one here gives me the red sun, the father, creation of the sky. This one gives me the 8 black ball to the 15, separation. It gives me electric company. 8 plus 4 is 32, 3 plus 2 is 5, 8 plus 4 is 12, 1 plus 2 is 3. Uranus gives me 94, gives me birth. It also gives me Zion, Israel. It also gives me Christ and the gateway. 9 and 4 creates 36. Around we go. Earth, B52, give me the Q, give me the Jack, give me the gateway. 7 and 8, 15, give me Mars. Give me the DNA. Here is Mars. 2 moons, second planet, Venus. 1 moon, Earth runs with Mercury. Mars and Venus, Earth and Mercury. Because there's no moons, but Earth supports a moon. Mercury's moon. Unless we reverse it and Earth works with Venus and Mars works with Mercury. But right now, this is what we have. 51 for Mars, 52 for Earth equals 103 to Mercury. 30 creation plus 51 Mars gives me 81 Venus. 94 Uranus, 42 Earth, add the cat, and I get Uranus, the reverse of the cat. I don't care which way the numbers are. 84, give me 32, give me the separation of the cold in the BC world, Earth into Pluto. Give me Saturn, give me 41, give me my DNA. Neptune, give me 42, give me another cat. Why did I get 242? Something's got to be different. 43, I'm sorry, give me the DC world from Neptune to Earth. I want Jupiter, I want 47. I need to connect with the cycle of the moon. I need to connect with Jesus of time. 4 times 7, 4 plus 7. I need the water world inside of that. 47, another way to get 47 if you want. 2 47s is 94. 7 times 4, 7 plus 4. And there's a whole bunch of numbers that will continuously going on. 9 and 9, 9 and 5, 9 and 3, 6 and 8. Separation of the gateway over here. Heaven and man through Pluto. 9 and 4, 7 and 8. G and H. Silent. I don't hear it. 3 and 2, the BC world. 3 times 2, 3 plus 2 equals back to 5 and 6. The red sun and the gateway in through Venus. And here's artificial intelligence. I'm running through Mercury. We're in a system, my friends. We're in a system, my friends. I want to thank you for watching this video. Where did we get with this? I don't know. We need to bring that vibration back together. We need to recalibrate so we can have the understanding like the smarts. There's smart people just automatically knowing it in this world. Anyways, I just want to do one thing. I sort of pulled around painting 2 pictures the last couple of weeks. And that's my picture wall. A couple of pictures. Thank you for watching this video.